What's up, Bgol? It's your boy True Fiction. Just want to give y'all a shout out and give a little bit of information about these motorcycles, because we seem to have this topic come up quite often about people wanting to ride and wanting to learn to ride and all these different subjects involving motorcycles. So, as what I would consider one of the board advocates, I will be happy to give as much information as possible. After the video is over, y'all welcome to ask me any questions that you want, anything you think you might want to know. Let me also refer you to another board member by the name of Heist, and because he's got a lot of good information for you as well. Let me start out. I'm going to give a couple of shout outs. Number one is Zook 1200. This is the guy that introduced me to Bgol way back in 98 or 99. Big ups. He's a rider, by the way. Give a shout out to Hide For Me 357, who owns this beautiful Harley Davidson right here, Medusa. Heist, much respect, brother. You got some very valid points in the motorcycle conversation, but we still ain't gonna agree on what you start out on when you learn to ride. So we'll just agree to disagree, and I digress. Thank you. A lot of people want to ride a motorcycle. I think it's an excellent idea. For a lot of y'all, first time the subject comes up is, don't ride a motorcycle, it'll get you killed. Well, simple fact is, you can get killed doing anything. It's called a calculated risk. Now, I enjoy riding motorcycles, and most people who I know that ride also enjoy riding motorcycles. You have to be smart about it. You got to be smart about everything you do. Most of the people that I'm familiar with who've had accidents or been killed riding a motorcycle, 99 times out of 100 they were doing something they didn't have any business doing. A lot of people don't take the motorcycle safety class. That's my very first recommendation to anybody that's interested in riding a motorcycle. Take the class. That's first and foremost. There are things in that class that you're going to learn that me, as a rider for 30-some years, couldn't tell you. Just explaining to people who like to stunt. Stunting is fine under the correct conditions. Most people who end up getting hurt in these accidents are either doing one of a couple of things: speeding, stunting, which includes doing wheelies, extreme takeoffs, sometimes burnouts, endos, and things of that nature. Wheelies are the number one though. We had a guy get killed earlier this year doing a wheelie, going down an on-ramp, didn't have his helmet strapped all the way on, and he fell off the back of the bike, split his head open, and he died. These are the type of idiotic mistakes, no disrespect to him, but these are the types of dumb mistakes that cost people their lives. The other thing is drivers who don't pay attention. Most people, when they're driving a car, and I'm sure many of you are just as guilty as some of the other people that I'm talking about, are doing everything except driving the car. They're on the phone, smoking, reading the newspaper. I saw a lady eating a bowl of cereal the other morning. These things will get you killed on a motorcycle. That's why, as a motorcycle rider, you need to be aware of everything and everybody around you at all times. If you are not, it can cost you. So I always glance. I'm glancing around me constantly. I'm looking at everything that's going on. That way I'm fully aware of my surroundings. I know people who ride and they put their iPod earphones in their ears while they ride. I can't do it. Number one, I want to hear what my motorcycle is doing. Number two, I don't want to take a chance on being so hooked up in the music that I'm not paying attention to what's going on around me. That will get you killed. Not hearing somebody blow their horn can get you killed. There are so many other things. You need every sense that you have, your hearing, your sight, your ability, just to pay attention. It's all necessary. All of those things come into play. Reaction time is everything. And if you react slowly, you'll die quicker. Speeding, I don't recommend it. Most people on motorcycles do it. However, it's not necessary. I know quite a few people who have died from doing just that. Riding faster than their angels will fly is what a young lady told me one time. She said, you can't ride faster than your angels will fly. Well, according to what you believe in, but I think that's a pretty good philosophy. In other words, don't outride your skill set. If you're not able to have develop certain amounts of skills or be experienced in doing certain things, don't try it. Once again, reaction time is everything. My man Heist on Bgol makes a lot of good points in terms of being able to ride particular types of motorcycles depending on your level of skill. Now, he often says that you should start out with a 250. I am of a different school of thought. I'm a firm believer in a person getting what they want and learning how to ride that motorcycle. The reasoning for his line of thought being that you have more opportunity not to get hurt. And that basically is if you're a hothead or you're a guy that, you get to feel that power in that throttle and you want to grab a handful of it all the time and you don't have the skills to do it, that'll get you killed. And I understand that line of thought. However, if you're a mature person, which you should be anyway, because if you're not, you don't have no business on a motorcycle at all. You get on that motorcycle and you learn what that motorcycle will do. You learn how to maneuver that motorcycle and you become more astute to the finer points of what that motorcycle will do, the subtleties of that motorcycle. That way you don't spend your money twice. Meaning that if you go and you buy a 250, 2 months from now after you've ridden it and realize that it's underpowered and very lightweight when you're on the interstate, you'll decide, well, this is not for me, I want a bigger motorcycle. Now, a smart man, in my opinion, female, man, whatever, will go and purchase a motorcycle that is more to the liking of something that they'll be holding on to for a while and not something that they're going to end up getting rid of again in another 6 months. You're wasting your money. You're throwing good money after bad. Buy what you want the first time. Learn to ride that motorcycle, be mature about it, and don't go out here and kill yourself. Because the fact of the matter is, a 250 will kill you just as quick as a 1300 if you don't ride properly and use the proper skill set when riding. I found that most of the time, or most cases where I've had a possibility of a run-in with a driver or someone in a car, they're almost always on a cell phone, not paying attention. And that is very dangerous for everybody, not just motorcycle riders, but pedestrians and people in cars as well. Just in terms of motorcycles, you need to go to a motorcycle dealership or a place that sells motorcycles. Sit down on all of them that you can. Find out what feels good to you. Find out what's comfortable for you. Keep in mind that all of them can be lowered to fit men or women of shorter stature, in that your feet will touch the ground and you'll have a more comfortable experience being able to maneuver and handle your motorcycle better without with the less likelihood of it being tipped over or falling over, which of course causes thousands of dollars worth of damage in some cases. For all you guys who have negative things to say about motorcycles, or they would never ride because their friend got killed, well, to that I say, I would hate to be you, because I personally am not going to live my life based on what someone else has done or hasn't done. There's all kinds of people out here in the world that do all kinds of things, And if you don't know what happened, and what I mean by that is if you weren't sitting there on the motorcycle with them and saw what they did that caused them death, then I wouldn't judge. If they go jump off a bridge, don't mean you got to go jump off a bridge. But that's not going to stop you from walking. So, at the end of the day, it's a judgment call. However, fear is not how I choose to live my life. In my opinion, that's part of the reason why we ended up with the same president for the last 8 years, out of fear. So, Obama 08. Peace, y'all.